we still need to see some more goals from this team. And before we completely slander the power play, I will say right now, the Leafs are 7th in the NHL in power play percentage at 23.2%. So it's a good clip, but like you said, Lepore, that 5-on-3 was egregious.
Fucking horrible.
It just gets to the point where it's like, are these guys just overthinking? Because
exactly what it is, Bruno.
You can't really point to anything else. Like it's really just them overthinking, trying to make the perfect play. Matthews and Marner like holding onto the puck too long. It's just like, just get the damn puck off your stick. Whether it's pass it, a quick pass, a quick shot. And listen, I'm all for finding the right shooting lane, getting the best look you can. But when you're on a 5-on-3, just let your talent take over.
What hurts the Leafs, and like this is a topic, comment down below, like what you think the answer is. Kind of like I mentioned before, like win the draw, quick pass shot, and then deal with it. Is the problem with the Leafs 5-on-3, and I feel like we've had this problem for a while, or maybe I'm just creating in my head because I'm a negative person when it comes to my favorite hockey team. Is it because we don't have a big blast from the point? So it's like
that's definitely a factor.
Like we talk about like, oh, they're trying to create the perfect chance. It's like, well, that's kind of the DNA of these guys 5-on-5, let alone 5-on-3. So like Riley's, you're expecting him to pass it to one of the guys on the off wing or use the bumper. So maybe that's it. I don't know. And it sounds like a stupid question, but I don't want to say or don't want to ask the question, like, do teams practice 5-on-3s? Like, 'cause I'm sure they do, but say the Leafs 5-on-3, like, are they strategizing to the point where there are a few set plays and you just try to execute them as many times as you can in that 5-on-3? I don't know. Or just
if they have been practicing their 5-on-3 power play, they maybe practice it twice.
Yeah.
And I'm just saying that based on how I've seen them execute it this season, because I almost think the Leafs are just like, screw it. We're all stars here. Like, let's just figure it out. Whereas they're probably doing a lot more actual 5-on-4 power play practice.
Yeah.
But no, I think you make a good point about Riley not having that, booming one-timer from the point. And we've talked about this, even go back to our shows from last season. We talked about this so many times where Riley has to start shooting the puck more. First of all, he just doesn't have a great one-timer. But like I mentioned, I think he is making more of an effort to not only, jump into the play more and try to make more, even like I said, how he made that toe drag going back to that Rangers game and being more aggressive. But I think he's also trying to shoot the puck more. Mm-hmm. And I know he doesn't have that slap shot, but that quick snapshot and wrist shot that he has. I think we're seeing him taking more opportunities when the other team is giving it to him. And I think that's why the power play has been better. Like, even if you look at Lepore, this 11-2 stretch the Leafs have been on, dating back to October 27th. The Leafs have the best record in the NHL over their last 13 games. And just looking at their power play in that span, they are 5th in the league, 29.4% on the power play over this 11-2 stretch. So the power play obviously has been better than it was earlier in the season, but I'm with you, man. It's like, it still feels like it could be a tier better than it is.
Yeah.
Like it still feels like it could be on par with the Oilers power play, and maybe no power play ever is going to be on par with this insane Oilers power play with Draisaitl and McDavid. But it just feels like the Leafs are just missing something.
I think it's fair to say though, man, like sometimes people say like, oh, your expectations are ridiculous. Like I mentioned the guys on that power play. Like, I'm not saying it's got to be first in the league every year, but I expect like a bananas elite power play. It's like if I pay my goalie $10 million, I expect very good goaltending. If I'm paying my forwards that kind of dough, I better not see 5-on-3s like we saw in that game against Pittsburgh. I mean, and again, like it's going to happen. Like I'm not trying to like press the alarm button or anything. I'm just saying, like, I think it could be better. And I think based on the personnel we have stepping on the ice, and we have one more guy than the other team, I think it should be better. I really do.
Yeah, it's as simple as that. It's still, despite the numbers being better over the last little while, there still is a little bit of cause for concern, just based on the eye test. Never mind the analytics, just watching them work it around on the man advantage.